Hey, welcome back. In this video, we will solve the LeetCode problem, Design HashSet. Okay, so here we have this problem statement, design a hash set without using any built-in hash table libraries. Okay, implement my hash set class. So there we have to create the add function here, which inserts a value, which is key, into the hash set. Then we have the contains function, which returns whether the value key exists in the hash set or not. And then we have the remove function, which basically removes the hash set, like the key from the hash set. Okay, if the key does not exist in the hash set, then do nothing. So for the rest of the video, I will call it set. Okay, I will not call it hash set, but whenever I will be calling it set, then you see it as hash set. Okay, all right. So now how we can solve this problem? So let's go to here. All right, so here we go. So to implement our set functionality, we will use an array. So set, that will be an array. Okay, inside of the Python, we can use a list here. So the set will be an array. All right. Now the array has index, right? So it has index. So now we have to determine what exactly will be the index range for our array. Now how we can determine that? We can determine that by reading the question a little bit more and going to the constraints here. So 0 less than equal to key and less than equal to 10 to the power 6. And then we have this constraint, at most 10 to the power 4 calls will be made to add, remove and contains. Okay, so we will use this number. All right, so the index, like the length of the set, will be 10 to the power of 4. All right, so this is basically that, which is basically 10,000. So we will initialize this particular set with 10,000 zeros. Now the thing is how we are gonna be storing the elements here inside of our basically list or our array. Okay, to store it, what we can do, we can just store it as it is inside of the index. So for example, if I want to store the number 20, then I can just map it to the index 20. Okay, but what about the number something like 10,000? Okay, 20. So if I just want to store that number as well, now our length is 10,000, then our hash set will overflow. Okay, and basically we can solve that in different ways. We can create a dynamic hash set as well, but in this video basically we will not be doing that. Instead of doing that, what we will do, we will basically modding this particular one, this particular number, the key, with the length of the array. Okay, so here what we will do, we will do key, and then we will mod it with the length of the array or the set basically. So here this 10,020 will be reduced to 20. Okay, so this is how we can basically condense our things like our values or the keys inside of our hash map. Now the thing is, if we want to store the 20, that is good. If we want to store this one, 10,020, that will be also mapped to the index 20. So now how we are going to handle this certain situation, basically how we are going to handle the collisions here. So to handle the collisions, what we will do, we can use the open addressing as well, but in our case we will be using chaining. Basically we will be using linked list. Okay, so let me just demonstrate that. All right, so for the index 20, what we will have a empty linked list first of all. All right. Then inside of that, we will have another linked list, which will be stored as 20 value. And then if we want to basically insert 20 here, so if we want to insert 20, that will be that. And then if we want to insert 10,020, so then 10,020, then what we will do, basically we will create another one, so another linked list. So we will create another linked list where we will be having 10,020. Okay, so in that way we can handle the collisions here. So now this is how we will be adding our new elements. So now how we can remove the elements here. So to remove that, what we will do, we will have the key. For example, we want to remove the 10,020, so we will have the 10,020. Okay, all right, so let me just write it a little bit more better. So 10,020. Okay, I'm missing something. So 20. All right. So then what we will do, we will once again hash it up. So we will get 20. Basically, we will mod that with the length of our array or the set. Okay. So we will get 20. Then we will go to our this 20 index. And now we will check if this one having the 10,020. No. All right. Then go to the next. If this linked list having the key of 10,020, yes it is, then we can remove that. Okay, and for the get function as well, we can use the same logic, like we will hash it up the key and then we will check if this is 10,020. No, it is not. Then go to the next one. If this is 10,020, yes. So if that is the case, then what we can do, we can return true, otherwise we can return false. I hope that explanation makes sense. Now, what about the time and the space complexity? So for the basically the time and the space complexity, because we are dealing with limited number of elements, then for the average case, the time complexity will be big O of 1 for all of the operations. All right. And what about the space complexity? Space complexity will be that will be big O of n. Why is that? Because we are creating our new set, right? So that is how it works. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So let's code it up in the LeetCode right now. So here we are inside of the LeetCode. So what I can do here, first of all, we will declare our list node. All right. And we will have the constructor here. It will take self and then it will take the key. In case if you do not know about object-oriented programming, please check out my course on that or my whole Python course as well. All right. So here what we will do self dot key. That will be the key which we will be passing, and then self dot next, right? We have to have the next pointer for our linked list. So that will be none initially. All right. Then we are having this one. So my hash set here. So inside of the constructor here, what we will do, we will create our set. So self dot set. That will be a list. Okay, Python list. Now what it should be on the empty state. So it should be filled with zeros with the list node. Okay, zero list node. So how we can do that? We can do that quite easily. So list node of 0 for underscore in range. Okay, range 10 to the power 4. Okay, so we will have 10 to the power 4 times list node created inside of our set. Okay, which is an array. All right. Now what we will do, we will create a hash function. So hash. Okay, and here it will have the self and the key. All right. And then what we will do, we will just return the key mod the length of the self dot set. All right. Okay. Now this is our hash function right now. So now let's do the add functionality here. So how we can add a key basically inside of the hash set. Okay. So inside of the hash set or inside of the set, what we can do, we can grab the index that is equals to self.hash of the key. So in that way, we will get the index where we want to add, okay, our key. All right. So the current will be self.set of that particular index. So what exactly is this current? The current will be indicating a empty linked list node. Okay. So this will indicate a empty linked list node. So if that is the case, then what we want to do, we want to check for the next ones, right? We do not want to check for the empty ones. So we want to check for the next ones. So while current dot next, okay, if that is the case, then what we will do, we will just do something like current equals to current dot next. Okay. So we will go to the next one, right? And after that, what we will do, we will just do current dot next. That will be the list node with the key. All right. That is good, but we are missing something. Inside of the set or the hash set, we cannot have duplicates. So let's handle that situation. So what exactly is a duplicate? So remember, inside of the list node, we are storing the key, right? So here we will do something like this. If current dot next dot key, that is equals to the key, right? If that is the case, then we just want to return. We don't want to do anything. All right. So this is the add function basically. Okay. Then let's go here and let's see the remove function, which is quite similar as well. Okay. So index. So what I'll do, I'll just copy paste this one, or let's copy paste the whole thing basically. All right. All right. So we have pasted down here. So as you can see, we are basically getting the current element here. So now what we want to do, we are getting the key. So here, instead of returning, basically, instead of returning, what we want to do, we want to basically remove the element, right? So before doing that, what we want to do, we want to do current dot next equals to current dot next dot next. So in that way, what will happen? The current dot next bond will be broken and it will be indicating to the next element of that. Okay, if that makes sense. So here, if I just go here, as you can see, so this one, if we want to basically remove this 20, okay, if we want to remove this 20, then what we will do, we will just add a connection to from here to here. Okay. So this next, all right. So we will be having this connection from here to here, and this one will be deleted. So this is what we are doing currently right now. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. So also we do not want to add a new list node here. All right. So this is basically that. And once again, what we will do, we will just copy this one once again. So this is our remove function here we are seeing right now. And then after this one, we will paste it down here. So for the contains, what we want to do for the current dot next. Okay, so if we are getting something, then what we want to do, we want to return true. All right. And then if we are not able to find something, then we want to return false. All right. Okay, so this is what exactly it is. So let me just recap. So this is our list node, which is basically we will use it to build up our linked list. Then we are having this set, which is this one. All right. Then we are having our hash function, which basically mods the key with the length, and then we are getting our remainder. Then this is our add function. So we are getting the index first, and then after getting the index, what we are doing, we are getting the current linked list node at that particular index. All right. Then while the current.next is not null, then what we will do, we will just check the current.next.key. If that is the exactly equals to the key, we don't want any duplicates, so that just return. If not, then increase the current. So current will be current.next, and then current.next will be the list node. We will create our list node here. All right. Then for the remove, we are getting the same thing. We are grabbing the current element. If the current element dot next is not none, then we are basically checking for the key. If the key exists, that means what we want to do, we want to basically remove that, which we are doing currently right now, and we are returning from that. Else we are just increasing our current to current.next, and then contains, quite simple. So index is this, current is basically that, and then while current.next is not none, then if the current.next.key is the key, basically, then return true, otherwise return false. Okay. And why we are using the current.next instead of current? Because remember, so while instantiating our list node, we are just filling it up with the empty list node. Okay. So that is why we are using the current.next. So run this program. Okay, as you can see, this is good, and submit it out. All right, so this is how it works. Okay, awesome. So in this video, we have learned how to create or design a hash set without using any sort of libraries or the inbuilt functionalities, right? So in case if you have learned something from this video, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.